Hello, I am Anita and welcome back to Anita B Crafting. In today's video, I am showing you guys how I made my own tufting frame using 2x4s. The sides and the top part were created with 3 feet and the bottom 5 feet. The bottom was given 5 feet so that you can have enough room to add like stands or something if you wanted to insert parts for your yarn to be held. And here you can see me tracing out just an image that I chose online as a demonstration to see if I can do this thing. And here's the end where you can see how I traced it out, how I detailed it all. And this is the part, you guys, that I was excited for. I took a hand mixer and wound it and made my own yarn winder. Did it work? It absolutely did. But I will have to say that you have to be very careful with that, because if you're trying to wind that yarn, cake mixers are not as slow as our hands. And I did get a little burn, here and there, trying to make sure that the yarn stayed on correctly. So here you can see, oh, did you see that? But anyway, here you can see me trying to go in and do this heart shape. Again, this is just practice for me, as this is my first time doing tufting. So here you can see the next morning I got kind of good at what I was doing, and I was excited about it. So I decided to add 2 more images to that one. You can see that I'm going right along, trucking right along with that. I got this. And here's the end results. Of course, I didn't glue the back of them because they were only demonstrations for me and giving me practice pieces to see if I can do this thing. And I did like the way that they turned out at the end. Not that they're perfect, but they were good enough for a beginner. I would think so. So you can see those designs here. You got the grass, the sun, and yes, Anita B Crafting. And here is when we're getting into okay, I got the little test part over with. So let's see if I can really do this. So here I'm in Canva, and I'm going through here and I'm trying to create my own image of what I want to look like. Of course, I chose Cookie Monster as one of my ideas to do. And you can see here that I'm just going through here and trying to add him some white pupil eye things back into his eyes so that it wouldn't look so off, because when I did the background remover, of course, it deleted the white part too. So I'm just adding some white back into his eye socket and the little black pupils back in there. And so you can see that I'm just taking the cookie in the background, positioning it, and also taking his head and putting it where I want it to go. Here you can see me do the tufting screen. You have to be very careful with that, not pull in one certain spot, starting out. Just get it kind of positioned on there and just go from side to side, up and down, until that baby is fitting and you can hear the sound of a drum. But yeah, that's the way that I did that. And here you can see that I have my Cookie Monster tracing it out, and I also did a SpongeBob as well. And the reason why I chose to do those two is because I wanted to put something at the top that, once I cut those out, that I could just cut straight across and not waste my material. But here you can see me going on in and tracing the Cookie Monster out, and all the little details. I'm adding the color to what it is. So when I get ready to do the tufting part, I will know what color yarn to use. So that is what I did in this step. And so as we continue to go on, you can see that I am still tracing that out and just getting every little detail piece in there. And so here you can see where I added those colors into whichever part that I would be doing. Okay, and so here we are tufting. And again, once you start doing the tufting, you have to apply pressure. I'm not going to say that you have to apply extreme pressure like some people have said on YouTube and, other social media platforms, because I found myself almost just pushing the doggone thing to the back. Did y'all see that 7-Up Zero? 7-Up Zero cherry? Delicious. Y'all, I drank 2 of those things the night that I was doing this, but don't tell my husband, okay? But yeah, I drank 2 of them back to back. They're so delicious. So if you see these in the store, don't be afraid to pick them up and try it. That is the 7-Up Cherry Zero Sugar. But we all know that everything is not zero sugar. But anyway, back to the project. So here you can see that I am going in and I am, taking what colors that need to be added and adding those in. And I think at this point right here, I am tufting with the white yarn, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, we're going on in and we're doing what we're supposed to do. And on that side that you're working on, it doesn't look like much. It almost looked like, what in the world is this that I'm doing? But on the other side is where the magic happens. This side right here is just your guide to creating whatever on the other side. So here you can see me still chucking along, going along with that and getting every little detail that I possibly can onto that canvas. And the way that I did it and what I found helpful to me was to take each one, and there's 2 like little prongs at the end of the gun. And I discovered that if you put one of the prongs on whichever side you're working on, it'll go, won't leave too much of a gap. But here you can see me with the SpongeBob. That's what it's supposed to be. I don't know if it looks like that to you guys, but it's supposed to be SpongeBob. But anyway, you can see me carving that out here. Look at my little baby walking across the floor. Of course, I ended up had to close the door because she was just doing too much yapping in the background. And here you can see me trying my best to use those duck bill scissors. I think that's what you call them. My first time ever having a pair of those type scissors in my hand. But I think I'm working pretty well with it. And here I'm just shagging it out, getting the extra fibers and all of that out of it. And going back through every so often with the clippers to get it more detailed. But I think I am getting the hang of this. Here you can see the end results, guys. I don't know what you think of it, but I think I did an amazing job with this project. Am I going to use those? Absolutely. Thanks again for watching Anita B. Crafting. This channel is all about creativity without limits. From embroidery to sewing to upcycling to even DIY experiences. This is a cozy space to learn and try new things and make something beautiful one project at a time. And if you're just starting or you're just strolling and happen to stumble on my page, thank you for tuning in. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you will be notified when I upload new content. Thanks for watching.